In today's video, I'll show you how to record and grade these two clips. I will also show you how I've created this swirly bokeh effect. So stick around till the end. All you need is a camera, a fog machine and a light. If you're only interested in learning how to grade, then simply download the two clips, link in the description. Skip to the grading part and follow along, step by step. So let's record the clips. The first scene is in my living room. I want to fill up the whole room with fog to create a dramatic and eerie atmosphere. For that, I'm using the N-401 fog machine from E-Lektron. This LED light from Rollei is my go-to for many scenes. With its 60 watt output and RGB colors, I can easily get that blue look. I'm switching to RGB mode and set my output to around 80%. I will close the blinds to make the room pitch black, so the only light source is this small but powerful LED light. I am placing it on top of the windowsill, set up my camera and simply stand in front of the light to create this dramatic silhouette effect. Done with the first clip, let's move upstairs and annoy my fiancée. For this shot, I won't use a fog machine since the main focus will be her eye. You can use natural light if you want. I am again using this LED light from Rollei. Place yourself or your subject with a slight angle in front of your light source and film from the shadow side. It is that simple. Now, back on my computer, I will open up DaVinci Resolve and show you how to grade these two clips in a matter of minutes. First, we open up a new project and go to the project settings, set the desired aspect ratio and frame rate. Import the first clip, trim it down or go straight to the color page. Here we will lay out our nodes and label them for a better workflow. CST stands for Color Space Transform. In this node, I'll drag and drop the Color Space Transform to convert my log footage into a Rec. 709 color space. I have set my Sony a7 III into a S-Gamma 3 Cine color space and my input gamma is S-Log2. The output color space is Rec. 709 and the output gamma is 2.4. I open up the parade to see what my levels are. The clipped and overexposed part is the direct light. It was my intention to overexpose for this shot. I will make sure to be in my exposure node, then I head to the primaries to use the wheels. I decrease the gain and increase the gamma to open up the image. Then I add contrast by using the curves. I like to use the editable splines for a smoother S-curve. Now I go into my color node. And in DaVinci Resolve there are many ways to manipulate colors. You can go into the hue curves, the newly added color splicer, the color warper, which is a bit confusing, and so on. But I will cover colors in a different video. For this clip I will use the color wheels, which are my favorites to use when it comes to creating a look. Gain affects the brightest part in your image, the light sources for example. The gamma will be your midtones, the highlights are not changing as much. And the lift wheel are your shadows and blacks. As you can see, it almost only affects my hand in the background. I will add a bit warmth into my highlights with gain and more teal into my midtones. I always disable and enable my nodes to see the before and after. Now for the masking part, I make sure to be in my mask node. Then use the radial mask to add a vignette. Feather it out, decrease the gain and invert the mask. I don't like the deep purple blue tint in the shadows, so I will go to the lift wheel and subtract the unwanted colors and add a bit more teal green in it. That was it with the first clip, a quick before and after. Now let's grade the other one. We do the same as before. Insert the clip, trim it and go to the color page. We lay out our node tree and we label our nodes, and the first thing we do is to transform our log footage into a Rec. 709 color space again. If you're asking yourself why I'm putting the CST node in the very end, it is because I want the full information my log profile has to offer, and for me to use the information I have to do all my adjustments before the conversation node. Otherwise I am just grading a Rec. 709 video. Now I adjust my exposure while looking at my scopes. I don't want to clip anything. I then change to the vector scope, which is a great indicator for where your colors and skin tones are living. With the display qualifier focus option, you can hover above a part of the image to see where exactly the colors and the exposure lives. The clip is fairly balanced, but I'm dialing in the temperature in my balance node. For the eye, I will add a mask and adjust the size. Now you can witness DaVinci's tracking wonders. Click track forward and scrub through the clip to see if it worked properly. properly. I am playing with the wheels now to increase, decrease and add colors. You should create a deep bond with the color wheels. They will be your reliable friend. Adding a bit of sharpening, now moving on to the skin. There are again many ways to dial in your skin tones. The hue versus hue, the qualifier and so on. For the qualifier method, 8-bit footage usually falls apart and will create weird blocks and artifacts because 8-bit footage has not enough information. For the skin, always use the midtones aka gamma wheel. The skin tones are living here. While making slight adjustments, always look for the skin indicator in your vector scope. Don't think you should sit perfectly on the line. Some skin tones are more in the purples, others not. It depends on the environment and surrounding light sources. Now, before showing you the long-awaited swirl effect, I will add two more nodes, a gradient and a sharpening mask. The funny thing about the swirl effect is, it is just a simple radial blur. Drag and drop the radial blur into your node, set the point for the effect to happen, play with the strength and add a radial mask for a more realistic look. Now you only have to track your mask and boom, simple but effective. I am still learning myself, so my workflow isn't the best out there. But I hope you found something helpful in this video. From now on, I am uploading weekly, so I will catch you up next week. Stay safe and much love.